Alright, so I wanted to toss together a quick video here just to kind of break the silence and detail some of what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. One, work has been omnipresent, and so I've been out of state doing things. Um, let's move this over here. So lots of stuff going on there, so not really had a ton of time anyway, but um, I was intent on shifting some stuff around and moving the camera over to the server. And this should have been a relatively straightforward process. What I was going to do was take the capture card out of the main rig and move it into the server. Got plenty of PCI slots on all of the systems. Should have been a drop-in replacement. Soon as I dropped it in, though, I could not make it past the Windows loading screen. It would load and then crash, reboot, and repeat ad nauseum. And again, normally this is not that big a deal, except this is a server. And so every time it reboots takes forever and ever and ever and ever. And so the issue being that I just didn't have the time to troubleshoot it. I would go in, I'd want to do something, I'd want to make a quick video, and then remember that, oh, yeah, I can't because I've got to troubleshoot this server issue. And what you'll notice right now is I just have a static image here of me recording the desktop because I still haven't gotten this thing working. I am, in theory, going to run a Hail Mary and see if I can load the drivers in safe mode, but it's just frustrating. It's I'm running that edge where you're really not supposed to be. And sometimes it shows. You know, the server is great. It does exactly what I want it to do. But when you're taking things just a little bit too far and you're going off the beaten path, you know, I'm using a version of Windows that is probably not inherently compatible with the Elgato capture card. And so my guess is there's something inside Windows that's not tripping that driver correctly, causing it to not really blue screen, but just crash. And so, you know, that's kind of where that is. And so far, none of my massaging has been capable of bringing it back to life. So, the server has sat idle for several weeks now while I try and get things up and running. And I guess this is where I was trying to drive to, is that, you know, these high-end server projects are a lot of fun. They're a lot of super powerful components, but it's it's designed, you know, inherently designed to turn on and stay on. These are not servers that are supposed to be, you know, being brought down and up and down and up all the time for a dev environment, which is really what I'm running, is more of a developer environment than a true server system. You know, if I was running a true server system, we'd have redundant power supplies, you know, sorry, not redundant power supplies, redundant power feeds, we'd have redundant UPSs, you know, it would be very stable and would not turn off ever. As it is, though, I turn it off, I switch components around, I put new stuff in there all the time. It's, you know, really not exactly what this whole process was designed to do from the get-go. But, you know, it's kind of, it's where I'm at right now. So But anyway, so that's kind of the where I'm at, why I've kind of been dark for a while. I'm going to continue to try and get this Elgato shifted around. If I can't, I can't. Um, it's still my goal is to not buy the new Threadripper system. That's my goal. Um, I really don't need it in my current setup. I've got the two servers there are really serving that purpose. Um, to have a super high-end workstation just for the PCIe slots doesn't make sense to me. So again, I'd like to get this up and running to a point where I don't have to make compromises. And so I can really set aside the main rig to be a gaming rig first and foremost. Maybe some light photo editing and stuff like that, but I want to do the heavy lifting on the HP and then the storage, of course, on the Supermicro. So that's really what I'm thinking and kind of what I'm pursuing. Whether or not we make it there, I don't know. And then a couple of other things that I'd like to do are some reviews that are kind of overdue. So I've got a couple of components that I think one would make pretty good B-roll shots, and then two are fairly interesting, so I'd like to do a review on those. Starting with the Cayenne amplifier. That is a beast of a device. Not entirely sure where I'm going to film it, but would love to get some stuff in there, kind of talk about it, and pros and cons of that device. And then recently I picked up, after waiting years and years and years, it feels like, the VKB throttle. So that's an exciting project in and of itself. And I still have not had a chance to really play with it too much. Again, traveling out of town, those types of things. So it's just kind of unwrapped it for a Christmas present and then set it up, loaded one game, and then went off to out of state. So, but still would really like to go over it, just kind of talk through it. It's been the long anticipated throttle, and in every sense of the way, it has exceeded my expectations. And I had pretty high expectations on it, so that goes a long ways. They really, hats off to those guys. So where does that leave us? That leaves us with I've got some stuff that I'd like to do, some videos that are not vlog style like these are, until I get the system kind of up and running again, and then some review guides and just some stuff like that. And then, we'll see where we go from there. But I do still want to be producing content. It's just, I'm not sure what it's going to look like right now. So, again, kind of where I'm at and where we're going.